Hello YouTube. Today I am going to install a isolated plug on my Lincoln SA200. It's called an isolated plug because it's got an isolated ground, and usually what happens is this ground doesn't touch any part of the frame of the plug. It's isolated. You have to initially ground it by itself at the electrical box. I'm going to be switching that out. I'm going to switch this one out here to this one right here, and then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and install a remote control wiring for it. The way I'm going to do it is this wire here is the one that comes out of the generator. It's a middle wire. This is your power source. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a wire from here down to the isolated plug and plug it into this pigtail here. So basically I'm going to run a wire from right here to this right here, and whenever I put the remote control on 0, all I have to do is plug in my ditch box here, and that's how I'm going to control the heat. There's another way to do it. You can go ahead and get a toggle switch, which is one of these here, and in the middle one, you take and put the power source, which is this one here, into the middle one. Right there, that middle one right there. Then after you put it into the middle one, you run the top one, you run a wire from this top one back to the rheostat where you took off the power source, and then on the bottom one, which is this one, you run a wire from here down to the pigtail of your isolated plug. And what will happen is, if whenever you turn on you put it on off, or you switch it up, it'll be local or remote, and then when you switch it to the bottom one, it'll be local or remote. Essentially what you're doing is the power is going from when it used to be up here, it's going straight into the toggle switch here, and when you switch it up, well, if that's a local, it'll go to local, and if you put the remote on the bottom, when you switch it down, the power will go down to here. So, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and change out a couple of these wires, which are kind of worn out. I'm going to change them out, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to do the rest of the wiring.